In this unforgiving realm, two apex predators clash, the crocodile and the lion. One dominates the water with stealth and crushing force. The other commands the land with speed, strength, and razor-sharp claws. As these titans confront one another, one question rises above the chaos. Who truly wears the crown of the savannah? A circling flock of vultures cuts across the blazing savannah sky, a silent alarm heralding an imminent showdown. Below, the body of a Cape buffalo, weighing nearly 700 kilograms, lies sprawled across the muddy wetlands. Its blood perfumes the air, drawing scavengers and predators alike. A dominant male lion crouches over the carcass, savoring his hard-earned meal, his golden eyes flicking sideways. There, watching from the shadows, is a full-grown Nile crocodile. Sensing the approaching danger, the lion tries to drag the buffalo further from the water's edge. But the scent of fresh blood has awakened an ancient instinct. The crocodile surges forward, jaws wide, intent on claiming the prize for itself. The lion responds with a thunderous roar, slashing out with razor-sharp claws that rake across the crocodile's armored snout. Undeterred, the crocodile counters, its jaws snapping toward the lion's leg in a raw, primal challenge. Who will emerge victorious? Stay with us to witness more of nature's fiercest rivalries, coming up next. Lions, long revered as symbols of strength and courage, are far more than just formidable predators. They are the product of millions of years of evolution, boasting intricate social structures and remarkable biological adaptations that continue to fascinate scientists and observers alike. As the second largest big cats on Earth, surpassed only by tigers, adult male lions can weigh up to 250 kilograms and stand approximately 1.2 meters tall at the shoulder. Their muscular bodies are designed for strength, agility, and endurance, enabling them to thrive in some of the planet's harshest environments. Unlike solitary cats such as leopards or jaguars, lions live in prides, a unique social unit led by one or a few dominant males and supported by a coalition of related females and their young. This familial bond forms one of the most complex social systems among mammals in the animal kingdom. One of the lion's most iconic features is the mane of the male. Reaching lengths of up to 16 centimeters, a mane is more than just a visual display. It's a biological signal. It reflects testosterone levels, reproductive fitness, and overall health. Studies have shown that males with darker, fuller manes are more attractive to females and less likely to be challenged by rivals. However, not all male lions grow manes. In Kenya's Tsavo National Park, many adult males are completely maneless. These lions have evolved to cope with the region's extreme heat, avoiding the added thermal burden of a thick fur coat and minimizing the risk of overheating. Despite their regal image, lions spend the majority of their day at rest. Observations reveal they can sleep or lie inactive for 16 to 20 hours daily. This behavior is not laziness. It's a vital energy conservation strategy. Hunting demands intense bursts of energy, and in hot, resource-scarce environments, conserving strength during the day ensures lions remain at peak performance when the time to strike arrives. In the unforgiving wild, efficiency is survival. Another remarkable trait of lions is their ability to hunt under the cover of night. Their eyes are specially adapted for low-light vision, thanks to a reflective layer behind the retina, known as the tapetum lucidum. This biological feature enhances their night vision, making it 6 to 8 times more sensitive than that of humans. Because of this, lions conduct most of their hunts after dark, particularly on stormy nights, when rain, wind, and thunder help mask their movements and lower the vigilance of their prey. In Botswana's Okavango Delta, studies have shown that a lion's hunting success rate can nearly double at night compared to daytime attempts. Lions are hypercarnivores, with diets made up almost entirely of meat. They primarily target large herbivores such as wildebeest, zebra, and buffalo, and will occasionally take down giraffes or even young elephants if the pride is large and well coordinated enough. An adult female typically needs about 5 kilograms of meat per day, while a male requires around 7 kilograms to sustain his larger body. In water-scarce environments like the Kalahari Desert, lions display astonishing resilience. They can survive up to 4 days without directly drinking water, relying instead on the moisture obtained from the blood and tissues of their prey. This adaptation allows them to endure in regions too harsh for many other carnivores. Female lions reach reproductive maturity at around 4 years of age. Their bodies, now strong enough for the demands of motherhood, prepare for a new journey, not just for themselves, but for the survival of the next generation. Pregnancy lasts approximately 110 days. As birth approaches, a female will leave the pride and quietly seek a secluded location, a dense thicket, a patch of tall reeds, or a hidden crevice in the rocks. There, she creates a safe haven for the fragile lives she is about to bring into the world. Newborn lion cubs weigh between 1.2 and 2.1 kilograms. Their eyes remain shut, and their bodies are soft and vulnerable. In these early days, they are entirely dependent on their mother for warmth, protection, and nourishment, utterly defenseless in a wild landscape where danger can come from any direction. To avoid detection from predators, she frequently relocates the den site. Each cub is gently carried by the scruff of the neck, a movement that protects their fragile bodies and minimizes scent trails that could attract danger. Between the 6th and 7th month, weaning begins. The cubs start to transition from the solitude of their sheltered nursery to the wider social world of the pride. Within this complex society, maternal care extends beyond the biological mother. Often, multiple lionesses give birth around the same time and raise their young cooperatively in a shared unit known as a creche. In this communal setting, cubs grow up like siblings, playing, learning, and developing vital survival skills together. This collective model of parenting significantly boosts their chances of survival, especially in the harsh and unpredictable African grasslands, where danger lurks in every shadow and only the well-adapted endure. Beneath the thick mane and commanding gaze, the male lion may appear as the king of the pride, but he is not its primary hunter. Instead, his main role lies in protection of the pride's cubs, territory, and genetic legacy. Male lions often form coalitions, usually with brothers or unrelated males who join forces for mutual survival. These alliances allow them to take over and defend a pride, sometimes ruling for several years before being challenged and replaced by younger, stronger rivals. While lions in the wild generally live between 12 and 17 years, the life of a male is frequently cut short by brutal battles with rivals, both from outside and within their own kind. Territorial behavior is a defining trait in lions. Each pride controls an area that can range from 20 to over 500 square kilometers. These boundaries are marked with urine, feces, and claw marks, biological signposts that declare ownership. When another lion crosses these lines, conflict can erupt without warning. Territory means more than just access to food. It represents control over the pride's future. Maintaining dominance ensures the survival of a male's lineage and secures stability for the pride. Sound plays a crucial role in this dynamic. A lion's roar, deep, resonant, and unmistakable, can travel up to 8 kilometers through the night air. It is both a beacon and a warning, a vocal claim of territory, power, and presence. A lion's roar begins with long, drawn-out moans, followed by a series of powerful bellows that echo across the savannah like a haunting anthem. It is a declaration that needs no claws, only sound to keep intruders at bay. It resonates not just through the land, but through the very heart of Africa's wild kingdom. When hunting, lionesses often operate in teams. One group moves silently through the tall savanna grass, often knee-high, approaching prey from downwind and staying within 30 meters. Meanwhile, the other group positions itself strategically, lying in wait at likely escape routes. Their communication is nearly silent, conveyed through body language, a glance, a flick of the tail, a tilt of the ears, subtle cues that keep the group in perfect coordination. When the moment is right, the ambush is sudden and explosive. A lioness can accelerate to 80 kilometers per hour in seconds. Her 4-centimeter claws dig into the prey's body as she leaps, sometimes covering over 11 meters in a single bound, before delivering a precise, suffocating bite to the throat or muzzle. Lions are not just hunters, they're opportunists. They will steal kills from leopards, cheetahs, and even hyenas whenever possible. This scavenging behavior conserves energy and ensures access to vital nutrition, especially during the punishing dry season when food is scarce. Yet despite their strength, lions have physical limitations. A female lion's heart accounts for only about 0.57% of her body weight. In males, it's even less, around 0.45%. This relatively small heart size means lions are built for short, intense bursts of power rather than endurance. In contrast, a hyena's heart accounts for nearly 1% of its body weight, almost double that of a lion. This anatomical advantage gives hyenas greater stamina and endurance, allowing them to run longer distances without tiring. Lions, on the other hand, are built for short bursts of speed. They can maintain speeds over 50 kilometers per hour, but only for a few seconds. This limitation shapes their hunting style. Unlike the African wild dog, which can pursue prey over extended chases, lions rely on ambush tactics and explosive, well-timed strikes. In some cases, a lioness may clamp onto a prey's throat for up to 13 minutes, long enough to ensure it cannot fight back or recover. According to a 2024 study published by National Geographic, coordinated hunting by lionesses yields a success rate of around 43%, notably higher than the sub-30% averages observed in other big cats. It is this teamwork, coupled with precise planning and role-based cooperation, that elevates lions to the top of the food chain. Yet even apex predators must tread carefully. In the murky, unpredictable world of the African wilderness, danger can emerge from any direction, even from beneath the surface of still, bottomless waters. the Nile crocodile. It is Africa's apex reptilian predator, an embodiment of the river, the land, and the very food chain it dominates. Adult Nile crocodiles average between 3.5 to 5 meters in length and weigh between 225 to 750 kilograms. Males are significantly larger than females, often by as much as 30%. Rare specimens have been recorded at over 6 meters long and tipping the scales at more than 1,000 kilograms, roughly the size of a small car. Their armor-like skin is layered with scales as tough as forged steel, offering protection during territorial battles with rivals. Though formidable underwater hunters, crocodiles spend much of their time in stillness, lurking just beneath the surface or basking in the sun. As cold-blooded reptiles, they regulate body temperature by sunbathing, usually between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. During this time, adult crocodiles often sit with their jaws open, a natural cooling mechanism similar to a dog panting. If prevented from opening their mouths in extreme heat, crocodiles can overheat and suffer fatal heat stroke, a quiet and often overlooked vulnerability in a creature otherwise perceived as invincible. In the brutal clashes of the wild, predators know where to strike, aiming for the crocodile's flanks or head, carefully avoiding its armored back. The Nile crocodile is renowned not only for its power but also for its cunning opportunism. It will readily steal from lions, claim an unguarded kill, or feed on carrion when the opportunity arises. Yet, despite this fearsome reputation, these giants often display surprising restraint. Around large carcasses, multiple crocodiles can feed side by side, avoiding conflict in a rare demonstration of practical tolerance, so long as the feast is plentiful enough for all. Their feeding behavior is shaped by anatomy as much as instinct. Unlike the tearing teeth of big cats, the Nile crocodile's jaws are armed with long, conical teeth, designed not to shred but to pierce, sinking deep into flesh and locking prey in place with little chance of escape. When the victim is large, the crocodile drags it beneath the water to drown. Then comes its most infamous maneuver, the death roll. This devastating technique is not a violent frenzy, but a calculated evolutionary masterpiece. Like a living scalpel, the crocodile spins its body with astonishing speed, twisting muscle and bone apart. There's no need for a killing blow. The feast begins even while the last tremors of life ripple through the prey's body. The death roll is a mechanical marvel. Once its jaws clamp down with a bite force of up to 22,000 newtons, the strongest ever recorded in the animal kingdom, the crocodile spins, rotating its entire body around its spine at speeds of up to 300 degrees per second. The torque tears flesh, dislocates joints, and breaks the body into manageable pieces. Even if the prey is still resisting, the result is often swift and final. A crocodile may perform 3 to 6 spins in a single roll, sometimes more if the prey is particularly massive. Each rotation lasts mere seconds, but the precision and violence unleashed are staggering. With rotational forces exceeding 2,000 newtons and total control over the prey, resistance becomes nearly impossible. And perhaps most astonishing of all, this behavior isn't taught. The death roll is instinctive, emerging in juvenile crocodiles as naturally as a duckling's first swim. Their highly flexible spines and powerful muscles, particularly along the tail, make the movement effortless. Even animals weighing hundreds of kilograms can twist like propellers, thanks to a skeletal design unlike mammals, vertebrae that do not lock, allowing explosive, fluid motion. Underwater, the roll creates no dramatic splash, only a ripple, a subtle swirl, and then silence. The surface calms. No struggle remains. It's this quiet efficiency that makes the death roll so chilling. A brutal ballet, honed by evolution. A signature move of a predator that has outlasted dinosaurs, survived the ice ages, and weathered extinction. Silent, patient, deadly, the Nile crocodile endures as one of nature's most formidable survivors. Amid the sun-scorched wilderness of Africa, One creature rises above all others as a symbol of raw strength and the natural order: the lion. Once rulers of a vast and diverse continent, lions now roam only a fraction of their former domain. Today, their strongholds are concentrated primarily in eastern and southern Africa, home to an estimated 93% of the remaining wild population. In 2024, their numbers were believed to hover between 22,000 and 25,000, with the largest prides thriving in the Serengeti, Kruger, Ruaha, and the Okavango Delta. These landscapes, open grasslands, dry savannas, and lush riverine scrub, are perfectly tailored to the lion's needs. Here, water, prey, and cover converge in a delicate balance, sustaining one of Earth's most iconic predators. In one such place, a rare and tense standoff unfolds. A lone Nile crocodile, far from its aquatic refuge, rests in the dry brush, territory often patrolled by lions. Before long, a pride approaches, led by a muscular male and a watchful lioness, both moving closer to investigate the unusual intruder. Lions are no strangers to dominance, but they are also no fools. They typically avoid conflict with adult Nile crocodiles, knowing all too well the power behind those bone-crushing jaws. But this encounter is different. Whether driven by curiosity or the scent of weakness, the two lions inch forward, testing the boundaries. Suddenly, the crocodile erupts. With a violent hiss and jaws flung wide, it delivers a ferocious warning. Startled, the lions retreat a few steps, their eyes locked on them. This fleeting moment of tension, a meeting of apex predators, is a reminder of the fragile lines that divide dominance and danger in the African wild. Here, survival is not about bravado. It's about knowing when to fight and when to simply walk away. In the unforgiving heart of the African wilderness, survival demands boldness and sometimes desperation. In one extraordinary recorded encounter, a pride of 13 lions surrounded a fully grown Nile crocodile. During times of prey scarcity, when the usual quarry, antelope, zebras, and wildebeest, becomes elusive, lions are forced to widen their menu. Even a predator as formidable as a crocodile may find itself on the wrong end of hunger's sharpened fangs. The attack was swift and relentless. Each lion lunged, clamping powerful jaws onto the crocodile's limbs. Their 6-centimeter-long canines pierced deep into the soft tissue beneath its armored skin. In a burst of primal instinct, the crocodile flicked onto its back, an evasive maneuver designed to confuse and escape. But the pride saw its chance. They struck the vulnerable neck, a rare spot free of bony armor. With surgical precision, the lions brought down the ancient reptile. The predator had become prey. Despite their reputation as aquatic masters, Nile crocodiles are clumsy sprinters on land. On dry savanna terrain, they can reach bursts of speed up to 14 kilometers per hour, but only for a few short meters. More commonly, they lumber forward at a dragging crawl of 3 to 5 kilometers per hour, especially under the merciless African sun. In open country, that sluggish pace makes them vulnerable, relying instead on thick armor and fierce defense to avoid becoming a meal. But nature equips each with tools for battle. In another dramatic encounter, a group of 5 lions, led by a dominant male with a thick, black mane, ambushed an adult Nile crocodile just meters from the water's edge. Cornered, the crocodile did not flee. Instead, it retaliated with the weapon that has terrorized the rivers for millennia, the death roll, spinning violently with jaws gaping. It threw the lions into disarray. Realizing their bites could not penetrate the crocodile's dense osteoderms, those bone-hard plates beneath the skin, the lions were forced to reassess. Tile calmly disappeared beneath the surface. In the wild, not all battles end in death. Sometimes, survival is won through sheer defiance. And for the Nile crocodile, resilience is the oldest story written into its bones. Across the sweeping savannas of Africa, especially along life-giving rivers like the Mara, Luangwa, Okavango, and Limpopo, a silent rivalry simmers beneath the sun-scorched skies. Here, two apex predators, the lion and the Nile crocodile, share the same territory. Their clash is ancient, unfolding not just in the water, but along the muddy banks and reed-lined wetlands where both hunters converge in search of prey, water, and survival. These wetlands are the continent's lifelines, biological epicenters where herds gather, predators stalk, and tension runs high. While lions keep watch from the banks, Nile crocodiles lie submerged, still as statues beneath the murky surface, eyes breaking the water like sentinels. Though each predator claims its domain, the boundaries blur during times of hardship. When the long dry seasons take hold, when grasslands wilt and prey thins, desperation sets in. At such times, even a rotting carcass becomes a prize worth risking everything for. Both lions and crocodiles are opportunists, scavengers, and where a dead hippo or buffalo lies bloating under the sun, confrontation is inevitable. In one such encounter, 12 lions encircled the carcass of a dead hippopotamus. The air was thick with the stench of decay, an irresistible beacon. Beneath the nearby water, a Nile crocodile emerged. Its ridged back glistened with armored osteoderms, and its calculating gaze locked onto the pride. It was no ordinary reptile, stretching over 5 meters and weighing nearly 700 kilograms. This ancient predator had every reason to approach the feast with confidence. And it did so, slow, deliberate, and unbothered by the lioness's warning growls. For the crocodile, the carcass's location, just meters from the water, offered the perfect advantage. In this slippery, uncertain zone between land and river, its power was unmatched. But as it crept closer, a sound shattered the moment. A thunderous roar, deep and resonant, estimated at over 114 decibels. It came from the pride's dominant male. It was not a threat, it was a declaration. This meal was claimed. The crocodile paused. It hissed in response, defiant but not foolish. Its jaws, capable of delivering a bite force 6 times stronger than a lion's, twitched with potential. But numbers matter. Facing a pride of over 10 lions, even the mighty Nile crocodile knew this was not a fight it could win. Tension crackled like dry grass underfoot. One wrong move would ignite a brutal showdown. But this time, instinct triumphed over pride. Slowly, the crocodile turned away, retreating to the safety of the water it ruled. In the wild, wisdom often outweighs brute strength. And in this enduring dance between lion and crocodile, survival is not always about dominance, but about knowing when to strike and when to walk away. In the wild, strength alone is never enough. It must be paired with timing, instinct, and the wisdom to know when to fight and when to yield. A massive male lion stood alone beside the heavy carcass of a buffalo, his golden mane ruffled by the breeze. His amber eyes, usually filled with regal confidence, now flickered with unease. Hidden just beyond the brush, a full-grown Nile crocodile watched silently, waiting. Sensing the danger, the lion began dragging the buffalo carcass farther from the water's edge, but the kill was massive. Hundreds of kilograms of raw meat, and the scent of blood was impossible to conceal. He didn't have the numbers to defend it. He had to act fast. With a thunderous roar, the lion charged, his claws tearing into the earth. But though larger and more agile, he was alone, and even kings have limits. The crocodile didn't flinch. It lunged without hesitation, snapping at the carcass with terrifying precision. As the lion bared his claws in warning, the crocodile raised its massive jaws toward his leg, daring him to strike. Neither predator would back down, but neither was prepared to risk it all. Minutes passed in a tense standoff, muscles twitching, eyes locked. An uneasy truce settled. Side by side, predator and predator shared the spoils like bitter enemies forced to sit at the same table, neither trusting, neither yielding. On one fateful day, a pair of male lions descended into the river. Hesitant at first, they waded in cautiously, driven by the need to reach the opposite bank. But in doing so, they entered the silent world of the crocodile. Below the water's surface, jaws of unimaginable force lay in wait. Without warning, the crushing bite of a Nile crocodile struck. One lion was pulled under with violent force, while the other, separated by the chaos, struggled in the current. The survivor reached the far bank, collapsing in the mud, breath ragged and eyes wide. Behind him, the other lion turned back, limping ashore, his body trembling, not in fear, but from a narrow escape. There was no glory here, only instinct, only limits. Yet not all such encounters end in disaster. Feeding on carcasses drifting down rivers or washed ashore, they prevent decay from polluting precious water sources. In doing so, they halt the spread of disease, acting as living filters for entire ecosystems. These reptiles play a far deeper role than many realize. By digesting animal remains, crocodiles contribute nitrogen and phosphorus-rich waste, nourishing aquatic plant life and sparking a cascading food chain that fuels everything from fish to birds to hippos. In the Okavango Delta, the Nile, and beyond, their presence is a keystone. A 2024 study published on phys.org revealed that wetlands with higher crocodile populations regenerate plant life 18% faster than those without them. There are countless more untamed frontiers waiting to be explored, and we'd love to take you there. As sunset cloaks central Luangwa in amber light, the silent crown is passed to the leopard. Without need for a roar or following pride, it rules the night with quiet grace, feline agility, and razor-sharp precision, a predator in its purest form. In the Luangwa Valley, leopard territories vary greatly depending on gender and the needs of the individual. Males may command vast ranges, spanning 28 to 56 square kilometers, while females maintain smaller domains from as little as 3 to over 40. These territories often overlap, especially during mating season. Though serious confrontations remain rare unless competition is immediate. Unlike predators that rely on speed or teamwork, the leopard chooses solitude and stealth. It is not loud, it is not boastful, but it is among the most efficient hunters in the wild. Its adaptability is key. With a diet that spans insects, birds, reptiles, and hoofed mammals, The leopard thrives in a wide range of habitats, including the dry, open woodlands of central Luangwa. While other large carnivores tend to hunt in daylight, the leopard becomes the forest's unseen ruler under the cover of night. Its night vision is nearly 7 times stronger than that of a human. Cloaked in darkness, it moves undetected, its rosette-covered coat blending perfectly into the leaf-littered forest floor. Leopards range in size from 30 to 90 kilograms, depending on sex and environment. Their bodies can reach nearly 2 meters in length, tail included, an anatomy built for the art of the ambush. Their hunting technique is iconic. Each step is measured, every breath held, like an archer drawing a taut string, and when the moment arrives, the leopard explodes forward, reaching speeds of up to 58 kilometers per hour, closing the gap in a blur and delivering a crushing pounce. Once the kill is made, the leopard doesn't leave it behind. Not out of greed, but from a deep understanding, scavengers like lions and hyenas will not hesitate to steal an easy meal. With raw strength and practiced instinct, the leopard hauls its prize high into the trees, far beyond reach. The curved limbs of mopane trees, though pliant, are strong enough to cradle the carcass for days. Up there in a quiet cathedral of branches, the leopard feasts in solitude, its secret safe, its survival ensured. Lions are social animals renowned for their pride structure, cooperative hunting, and territorial behavior. The dry season in the Kalahari presents unique challenges and adaptations for these magnificent creatures. Lions in the Kalahari typically form prides consisting of a few related females, their offspring, and 1 or more males. This social structure is vital for their survival, especially during the dry season when resources become scarce. The pride's cooperative nature allows lions to engage in collective hunting and territorial defense, which are crucial for securing food and maintaining their territory. During the dry season, female lions often play a pivotal role in the pride's social dynamics. They are primarily responsible for hunting and nurturing the young. With fewer resources available, the bond among pride members strengthens, and cooperative behaviors become more pronounced. The females, often related, work together to hunt and care for their cubs, ensuring that the young lions receive adequate nutrition and protection from potential threats, including other predators and rival prides. The presence of males in the pride is crucial, particularly for territorial defense. Male lions establish and maintain territories to secure access to resources and breeding rights with the females in their pride. The dry season can intensify competition for territory, leading to increased conflicts with rival males. During this time, males may be found patrolling the borders of their territory, roaring to assert dominance and deter intruders.